Hey everyone, it's Alex. It's not the Mr. McMonster persona today. Today I'm doing a video similar to a video I've done before, but Disneyland's Splash Mountain unfortunately has closed today, so it's really the end of a chapter, a 3-year chapter for this channel. I started this journey back in 2020 during the big part of the pandemic. We all supported each other and we all came together to form the Save Splash Mountain movement. Now, I made a video like this back when the Magic Kingdom version closed, but now the Disneyland version is closing, so I thought it would be fitting because this is the original attraction, the original version, which opened in 1989. It was overseen by Tony Baxter himself. He was inspired by the Timber Mountain log ride at Knott's Berry Farm, and that's what made him create Splash Mountain with all the cast of lovable characters. So, my journey, unfortunately, has come to a close. After Splash Mountain is closing today, that means it's no longer in the United States. These characters have now been erased. Everyone in the future will no longer know these characters. It's very unfortunate because Splash Mountain is based off of Song of the South. The story of Song of the South was based off African American folklore, told by slaves during the 1800s. Yes, you heard me correctly. These stories about Brer Rabbit, Brer Fox, Brer Bear, and everybody else was stories told by slaves. Disney, of course, doesn't care about actual diversity. They only care about this fake crap, this fake diversity. Splash Mountain was as diverse as it gets. It was a great attraction dedicated to African Americans in the Old West, in the country. I love Splash Mountain. Unfortunately, I never rode the Disneyland version. I visited Disneyland once in 2018, but unfortunately Splash Mountain was down for refurbishment. However, I have visited the Magic Kingdom version many times. But the Disneyland version always holds a special place in my heart. I watched it many times on YouTube, and it's such a charming attraction. It's very beautiful. No retheme will ever recapture the magic of Splash Mountain. I don't care how good it is, and we all know it will not be good. The new Disney is disgusting. It's a disturbing company. And unfortunately, it's getting worse. Now Disney is hiring, well, kind of controversial people, but I will make a video on this later on. But I'm thanking all of you for this journey, this wonderful journey that we've all been on together. We fought so hard, reaching over 95,000 signatures to save these iconic rides. Of course, Disney, being Disney, never listened. They never respected us, never listened at all. Of course, they listened to the weird, woke, radical left, which only makes up like 2% of their viewers. Unfortunately, these choices have pushed a lot of Disney fans away. Everyone around is not racist. We love Princess and the Frog. I think the princess in that film is wonderful. It's great black representation, but done right. Unfortunately, they're not making a new ride for Princess Tiana. It shows how little Disney actually cares about black people. It shows how little faith Disney has in the black population. They know that black characters will not sell. So they blackwash white characters like Ariel from The Little Mermaid, the fairy from Pinocchio, so on and so forth. They are doing the same with attractions like Splash Mountain. This attraction, Splash Mountain, was created by a white man, Tony Baxter, and it's about animals. But they believe that adding black actors to it will kind of justify Disney's past mistakes. Disney believes that Song of the South was a racist movie that put down black people, but actually, Song of the South took place after the Civil War. It was during the Reconstructive era, where slaves and their masters came together as one, as people. But of course, Disney thinks that blackwashing this attraction will automatically just change everything and make everything great. The sole reason why I'm so mad about this is because they only did this in the wake of the George Floyd murder or death, however you look at it. George Floyd was not a good person. He was a criminal. Unfortunately, his death was not right, but still, George Floyd is being held as this beautiful man when simply he's not. The Splash Mountain retheme is already outdated. George Floyd was the talking point 3 years ago. It's 2023 now. Nobody talks about Black Lives Matter. Nobody talks about George Floyd. Most people know Black Lives Matter as the crooks that they are. They are money scammers and money hogs. They don't care about black people. They care about your profits. Look at all the homes that they basically bought with all the money that you donated. Not much was donated to the black people. And racism is still there to this day. And black people are still divided to this day. Nothing has changed. It's even more divided than it was 3 years ago. So Disney opening this new attraction because of Black Lives Matter is already outdated and problematic. The majority of us know that Black Lives Matter is a corrupt, poor organization that doesn't care about white people or black people. It's more about dividing people. So opening this Princess and the Frog retheme is 3 years too late. It's an outdated system. It's something that Disney is going through very often. Tron at Magic Kingdom was going through the very similar thing. Tron was announced years ago, but just opened in 2023 to not much fanfare. Because we already have Velocicoaster and Hagrid at Universal. Plus, SeaWorld has amazing roller coasters. Meanwhile, Tron opens. Yippee! The Princess and the Frog retheme really does piss me off because, like I said before, it is solely for the Black Lives Matter organization. They were so scared that Black Lives Matter would target Disney and call them out for racist. So, of course, they bend the knee. They appeal to the Black Lives Matter. If Black Lives Matter never existed, if this was years ago, about 10 years ago, and they just wanted a simple refresh, not because of quote-unquote racism, I would be more open to the idea of a Princess and the Frog retheme. But unfortunately, that's not the case. The case is that Splash Mountain is being rethemed purely because Disney thinks that the source material is racist and they are bending the knee to this corrupt, woke company known as Black Lives Matter. Or should I say organization. But yeah, it is a company technically because they have scammed hundreds and thousands of people out of their money. But Disney is following an outdated norm. 3 years too late, just like a lot of their other projects. Too little, too late. Nobody wants an attraction dedicated to Black Lives Matter to just make them happy, to make them smile because they've been hurt by police officers. Nobody wants to see this. If Disney cared about black people, if Disney believed in black characters like Princess Tiana, they would create a new attraction, not just build it out of something that already exists. It shows how little faith Disney has in black people. Wow, the first ever black attraction. And they can't even get an own ride. Their own ride is just a retheme of a mountain that has been there since 1989. That's truly sad, and it shows that Disney does not give a crap about black diversity. All the black people get is just a cheap retheme. Meanwhile, the white people, like me, get Pirates of the Caribbean, the Haunted Mansion, for their first ever big attraction. What do the black people really get? Well, Princess and the Frog, a retheme. Now, yes, I did say that Splash Mountain was dedicated to black people, but a lot of people never knew this. So technically, Princess and the Frog is the first true black attraction dedicated to black people. Like I said, the problem is, um, it's just terrible that Disney is doing this, dedicating this attraction to Black Lives Matter. It's unfortunate, but it's true. One more thing. Like I said before, if this was 10 years ago, I would be open to the idea of a Splash Mountain retheme, purely because they want to add new flair to the attraction. Rides close. It's inevitable. Just look at Universal. They close their rides all the time, and I've accepted that. So if Disney did the same, I would accept it. But unfortunately, they're closing attractions because of political agendas. And they are only closing Splash Mountain for the message, for woke diversity. This is why I no longer support Disney. This is why, if I have children one day, I will never take them to Disney. They are a filthy, scummy company that is evil down to the last bone. They are devil worshippers and don't care about the people. They only care about themselves. You know, it's crazy to think about, but Disney was once an entertainment company. It was once a theme park destination. You had to go there to Disney. Now, Disney is just a conference center for the woke radical left. It barely even has theme park roots anymore. It's all about diversity, it's all about woke stuff, all about the gay stuff. It's crazy how far Disney has destroyed themselves and how far they've actually disappeared from what they once were. Disney is barely what it used to be. But everyone, I thank you. I thank you all for sticking with me this long. I love each and every one of you, and goodbye.